Shane. Patrick Roche, known as Shane Richie, is an English actor, comedian, singer and media personality, best known for his portrayal of the character Alfie Moon in the BBC One soap opera EastEnders between 2002 and 2005 and then again since 2010. Early life and career beginnings. Richie was born at St Mary Abbots Hospital in Kensington, London to Irish Catholic parents. He attended Willesden High School and was a member of a youth theatre as a child, and began his professional career in adolescence as a bluecoat entertainer at a Pontins holiday camp, similar to the bluecoats at Pontins Southport. He progressed to the live stand-up circuit receiving a nomination for Best New Stand-Up at the inaugural British Comedy Awards. In 1989, Richie made nightly appearances for Sky TV's chat show series Jameson Tonight, which was hosted by Derek Jameson and Richie and recorded at the Windmill Theatre, London. In 1990, Richie made his first terrestrial television appearances as one of the comics on the BBC One sketch show Up to Something. With Susie Aitchison, David Schneider, Francis Dodge, Mike Haley and Lewis MacLeod. The show got axed after one series and was replaced by another sketch show You Gotta Be Jokin' in 1991. Richie was one of 5 comics along with Maddie Cryer, Annette Law, George Marshall and Billy Pierce. Richie later branched out into hosting game shows after proving successful as host of the kids' quiz show Run the Risk, which was played during the BBC Saturday morning show Going Live. He moved into mainstream presenting with Caught in the Act, Win, Lose or Draw, The Shane Richie Experience and Lucky Numbers. He also replaced Danny Baker in the Doorstep Challenge TV ads for Dars detergent. He had previously replaced Baker as host of Win, Lose or Draw. In the 2012 Christmas episode of the Sarah Millican television program, Richie said that Dars gave him so much money for doing the adverts that he would have snorted the stuff if they'd asked him. Musicals acts. Richie was a success in musicals including Boogie Nights and a London production of Grease. He released 2 albums, to limited commercial response, and had a number 2 single in the UK singles chart in 2003, with his Children in Need single, a cover version of Wham's I'm Your Man. Over Christmas 2005, Richie appeared in a touring run of Scrooge, the musical. He took part in an early edition of Blind Date. After being asked the question, "How would you wow me on a first date?" Richie burst into song, singing Wild Thing. In 2009, Richie was reportedly scheduled as the opening act for Michael Jackson's concerts at the O2 Arena. The concerts were cancelled following Jackson's death. During Christmas 2013, Richie appeared as Buttons in the pantomime Cinderella at the Wycombe Swan Theatre in High Wycombe. Television roles. From 2002 to 2003, Richie played the villainous Danny Dexter on Night and Day. He won supporting roles in low-profile British films beginning with Chris Barfoot's award-winning short comedy movie Dead Clean and then later Distant Shadow. In 2003, Richie was executive producer for the British film Shoreditch, in which he also appeared in a lead role. He invested a 6-figure sum into the budget of the film, which ultimately made little profit. Richie received immediate acclaim as Alfie Moon, in EastEnders for bringing humour to a programme often panned for being too depressing. The role won him numerous awards including the award for Best Male European Actor at the Roseda Festival and National Television Awards for Most Popular Actor in 2005, shortly before he, and co-star Jesse Wallace, left the programme on Christmas Day, 2005. In 2007, Richie starred in ITV drama The Good Samaritan, and Father Frank for BBC One. He also starred in the second series of Skins on Channel 4 as Bruce Gelcart, a lecherous college drama lecturer. On May 11, 2008 Richie hosted a quiz show on Sky One called Don't Forget the Lyrics, whereby contestants must finish off the lyrics to lines of popular songs in order to win money. On April 25, 2008, he was due to be a guest on the Paul O'Grady Show, but due to Paul O'Grady falling ill, Richie stood in as host. On May 8, 2008, he said in an interview with Digital Spy that he would love to return to EastEnders as Alfie Moon. On July 23, 2009, Richie announced on The One Show that his character Alfie Moon would return to EastEnders. On February 7, 2010 it was confirmed that he would be returning to EastEnders as Alfie Moon. Following an absence of almost 5 years, Richie made his on-screen return to EastEnders on September 21, 2010. Starting in February 2009, Richie starred in a revamp of the series, Minder on 5. Rather than a remake of the original, Richie stars as Archie Daly, the nephew of the character Arthur Daly from the original series, which ran from 1979 to 1994 on ITV. On July 26, 2009, Richie appeared in a one-off TV drama called Whatever It Takes, playing a character called J.J. Merrick who comes to the aid of a girl who wins a radio competition, a Euro, and catapults her into stardom, thus giving her a new lease of life. The BBC announced on November 14, 2011, that following Jimmy Savile's recent death, Jim I'll Fix It would return for a one-off Christmas special in December 2011, with Richie as host. Since January 2014, Richie has presented the BBC One game show Reflex. Film career: in 2003, Richie produced and starred in the film Shoreditch, into which he had reportedly invested £500,000 of his own money. The film received negative reviews and was not widely seen. In 2006, Richie played a rat named Sid in the Aardman animation film Flushed Away and appeared in What We Did on Our Holidays Is None of Your Business for ITV1. He has recently been seen in the UK stage tour of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest as Randall McMurphy, and heard as a presenter on Virgin Radio, where he interviewed Tony Hadley of Spandau Ballet. Personal life: Richie married Colleen Nolan in 1990 and together they had 2 sons, Shane Roche Jr. and Jake Roche. They divorced in 1999. Richie proposed to his fiancée copyrightee Christiane Goddard at her 26th birthday party in April 2005, and on April 23, 2006 she gave birth to a boy, Mackenzie Blue. They got married on July 21, 2007. Christy gave birth to a daughter, Lolita Bell, on July 28, 2008. Another daughter, their third child together, was born on April 27, 2011, called Romani Sky Angel Shelley. In 2003, Richie released his autobiography Rags to Richie, which was a bestseller. In the book, he claims to have had sex with 6 girls in a chalet during his time as a Ponton's bluecoat, and he broke the law by orchestrating ticket touts outside of Greece. Richie also claims to have given free tickets to the touts, who went on to sell them at a large profit for Richie. Richie is patron of Shinfield Players Theatre, an amateur theatre company in Reading, Berkshire, taking the role from Anton Rogers, who died in 2007. He made his first appearance in the audience on July 11, 2009 for the youth group production of Disco Inferno. Richie is patron of the UK's Huntington's Disease Association. Filmography: films, TV, references. External links: Shane Richie hopes for EastEnders return, Shane Richie as Alfie Moon on the BBC's EastEnders page, Shane Richie at the Internet Movie Database, official MySpace page, official Boogie Nights the 70s musical website, Shane Richie appearing in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest at the Mayflower Theatre Southampton, Shane Richie from the beginning.